Hello friends, thank you for tuning into my RixClixx channel. Today I have a new video for you and I hope that you like it. So click on it, watch it and enjoy it. Today I had quite an interesting conversation with a friend of mine who told me that there was a mugging a couple of days ago where a couple who had traveled the country was being stopped and being robbed, and he said, it's terrible because everybody has to be very careful today because of the danger of being mugged somewhere, wherever they are. It reminds me of something that happened to me a couple of years ago when I was traveling with my then girlfriend through Turkey. I had been in Istanbul for a couple of weeks visiting a friend I knew from Vienna, a Turkish friend, and we had a great time and then decided to go back via the Black Sea, via Bulgaria, through Romania and then back to Frankfurt to fly home to Canada at the time. We were on a motorcycle, a Yamaha 650, and were alone for almost 3 months. We traveled all over Europe, and when we left Turkey, we chose a way which was a little bit out of away from the main roads. And it was hot and we were alone, and I decided to not fill up the tank in Edirne, which is a city about a couple of 100 miles south of the Bulgarian border. And I did that because I saw that there was a gas station quite close to the border and to Bulgaria. And I thought it's much better to fill up the tank in Turkey still, and then continue on to Bulgaria, Varna, Burgas, to these hotspots of summer holidays. So we traveled there. It was fine. Everything was okay. It was quite hot, and after a while, I saw that the tank was half full and then quarter full, and I was getting a little nervous. And when we arrived, about 20 miles before we hit the border to Bulgaria, there was the gas station. Thank God. But it was closed. It was locked down. There was nobody there, nobody around, no village, no nothing. And I thought, oh God, how can we make it to the border with this little gas left? So I was nervous, but we continued on. And shortly before the border, the bike gave up. We stopped, and there was a small road. There were boulders, woods around, no person, nobody there. We stopped, got off the bike, I checked the gas, nothing in there. How can we continue? Fuck, I thought, it's bad. Suddenly we saw in the distance soldiers coming out of the woods and behind the rocks, the big rocks, closing in on us and not looking very friendly. So I realized that probably we were in a military zone, no idea what had happened, and they came closer, and then one person, one soldier, maybe an officer, I don't know, approached us and said, "Wait, go away." I said, well, what can I do? I have no gas. And I showed him, pointed to the open gas tank to make it clear for him that we had no gas. At the same time, my girlfriend, quite a nice lady, good-looking lady, told me, "Hey, listen, we got to be careful here. These are soldiers. This is very dangerous. Maybe they take the motorcycle away from us. There's nobody around. There's no police. We are strangers. We don't know what to do. We don't have a chance against all these." So the soldiers stood in a circle, maybe 100 yards from us, and then suddenly a man came and again said, "Go away," but I beckoned him to me, and he looked at the gas tank, walked away, while the soldiers were standing there looking at us, and came back after a few minutes with a tablet with 2 T's on it, and he offered us the tea. We were very surprised, took the tea, thanked him, and were waiting what will happen next. And suddenly we saw another soldier come from behind a big boulder about 200 yards away with a canister of gas. He brought it here. He opened it up and he filled up the whole tank until it was prop full. When the tank was filled, I pulled out some money and offered it to him, and the guy took the money and went away. And after a while, he came back with the money, gave it back to me, bowed a little bit and walked away. And then suddenly, behind the rock came a new man, must have been the commanding officer. He walked forward to us until he was about 10 feet away, smiled, saluted, and said, "Bon voyage." And all the soldiers smiled, and we smiled, and we thought, "Oh, can this happen? How can this happen? How lucky are we?" And I closed put on the cap. We got on the bike, started it. Thank God it started right away, and we drove off. What a story! I never forget it. I never forget that incredible experience in Turkey, and since then I do have a soft spot for Turkish people. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to RixClixx, share the video with your friends, and give me your input in the comment section down below. Thank you and goodbye. Until next time. Cheers, Peter.